Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today. Contrary to federal law, 20 states and the District of Columbia have individually legalized marijuana for medical use. Colorado and Oregon are the only two states that have legalized marijuana for recreational use, while 29 states remain without any legalization laws. According to governing.com, Ohio as a state is over $16 million in debt, owing over $1,400 for each citizen. Legalizing marijuana in Ohio is the answer to the much-needed revenue for improvements to our state and access to many medical treatments unavailable right now due to marijuana being illegal. As a resident of Ohio for most of my life, I have noticed issues within this state that much-needed revenue would fix, including roads and schools, and believe that the legalization of marijuana could produce the income to fix these problems. Therefore, as a state that has no legislation laws for marijuana, we as citizens need to see the bigger picture. We need to take a stand for benefits that legalizing marijuana for medical and recreational use can have to meet our fiscal future demands. Today, we will discuss several ways that legalizing marijuana can profit Ohioans. The tax on recreational marijuana in 1 year alone is enough to fund repair of public roadways that would benefit everyone and to build several new schools a year. This could all be accomplished without raising taxes or adding additional levies. Tourism would also increase to our great state, which in turn would help our statewide economy. Third, we would have access to treatments for many diseases that respond to medical marijuana as solutions, including cancer, pain management, and childhood seizures, which can be fatal. With a little change, infinite possibilities can arise, so let's get started. The government opposes legalizing marijuana because they feel that legalizing the drug makes it more accessible, which is somewhat true, and that adolescents are more tempted to use the drug, which is not true. Right now, marijuana is the most used illegal drug, so the drug is already out there, unregulated and untaxed according to the Drug Policy Alliance. Also, according to the Drug Policy Alliance, studies show that teenage use actually goes down with the legalization of marijuana. Legalization of marijuana can also stimulate the economy, generate new treatment options for medical conditions, and allow the state-funded projects to increase like roadways and schools. We all know someone who could be positively affected by legalizing marijuana. Whether your aunt has cancer and can use it for pain management, your buddy down the street just wants to legally get high, or you would like to see what the revenue can bring to your state. We can all use the economy stimulation and the possibilities for change that this decision brings. Medical marijuana can be used to treat many different conditions and is also currently inaccessible to the residents of the state unless they want to travel out of state. Medical marijuana is often prescribed to treat pain associated with many conditions, including glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, nausea from chemotherapy, poor appetite, and loss of weight associated with long-term diseases such as HIV, Crohn's disease, and seizures. The oil in the marijuana plant can be extracted and used to treat and stop certain kinds of childhood seizures. These patients have usually exhausted all other forms of treatment and are steadily declining. In certain cases, the seizures stopped after just an hour and did not start again for weeks. This is a heavily debated issue, and some agree with using marijuana for treatment. Considering the benefits outweigh the perceived complications, making an already easily accessible drug accessible, this is definitely a viable option for treatment. Medical treatments from marijuana have helped many people, and additionally, marijuana was a viable legal medical treatment and was used to make medications until 1937 when it was outlawed. Clearly, another aspect of legalizing marijuana is the revenue that the state of Ohio would earn from taxing the sale and growth of the drug. Marijuana could be a cash crop for Ohioans, and additionally could earn the state's millions in tax revenue that can be used toward completing much-needed projects like roadways and schools. The legalization of marijuana allows for the growing and sale of the drug to be taxed and regulated. According to governing.com, marijuana growing can create a cash crop for the state. Texas legalized the growing of marijuana, and many farmers plan to take advantage of the new crop. In January of 2014 alone, The state of Colorado collected over $2 million in tax revenue off the sale of marijuana. The state government can set limits on the sale and possession of marijuana and on the taxing of the substance to make much needed revenue for state-funded programs. Furthermore, legalization of marijuana for recreational use would increase tourism to our state, again creating revenue, and would also create many needed jobs for our state economy. Legalizing marijuana in Ohio will create many jobs in dispensaries, production areas, harvesting the crop, and packaging for distribution. Increased tourism will help the statewide economy by bringing in out-of-state money from visitors already on vacation in Ohio, maybe at one of our wonderful amusement parks, or just someone coming because we have legalized marijuana. Legalizing marijuana would negate the need for marijuana-related arrest, would save the state money on incarceration costs, would also remove over $10 million from the pockets of cartels and drug dealers. January alone brought in $14 million in sales for recreational marijuana in Colorado. In this case, marijuana is not considered a harmful substance, when legalizing can benefit it so much. The benefits far outweigh the risk, and honestly, according to the Pew Research Center, more people in America use marijuana more than any other substance. Marijuana is viewed as a gateway drug. This is a drug that leads people to other drugs. Therefore, people are hesitant to see the plant's medicinal potential. There are stereotypes attached to the drug that also make changing ideals difficult, but not impossible to overcome. Marijuana is not addictive because there are no addictive substances included in the plant. Unlike cigarettes, marijuana is a natural substance that is not tampered with by man-made products or additives. Marijuana is gaining support every day from many doctors, research scientists, and mental health professionals, according to WebMD. The Pew Research Center published a survey that shows the American public views alcohol as more harmful to the public's safety and personal health and safety than marijuana. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration stated there were over 19,000 arrests for alcohol-related driving incidents in 2012. 385 of those were fatalities caused by alcohol-impaired driving. There are no recorded fatalities or accidents caused by marijuana usage or impairment. Stereotypes such as lazy, thieving, and burnout are attached to marijuana users and are just not true. Many people use marijuana to help them concentrate, calm their nerves, or just generally relax. Marijuana is not a mind-altering drug, but one that causes a change in the brain to make the user feel relaxed and is also a natural herb. Common misconceptions have created mixed feelings on the subject of marijuana. Many people support the legalization of marijuana. For every supporter, there are those that do not support it. As a state, we should be more concerned with our state debt, which can be paid off by taxing this substance. We should also concern ourselves with what marijuana treatments can bring to our state. Moreover, this problem can be solved with just a little work. Officials at the state level can be convinced that this move is in the right direction for our Midwestern state. This problem has an easy remedy. Get out and vote. Sign petitions that are being passed around, or join a local legalization of marijuana interest group. Make your voice heard. This is an important issue on many levels. Bringing revenue and innovative medical treatments to our state is imperative. This issue will not be solved by doing nothing. There are many reasons to approve this issue on a statewide level, and it has plenty of support if the supporters would just collect, collaborate, and get together to form an organized mind about this issue. So if you know anyone who will fight the legalization fight beside us, please ask them to join. Everyone has a voice for a reason. We need to make our voices loud and unified on this issue. I have here a graph showing 5 or 6 addictive drugs, and it shows nicotine, heroin, cocaine, alcohol, caffeine, and cannabis. Cannabis is by far the lowest in every category, including withdrawal, reinforcement, tolerance, dependence, intoxication, and addictive problems. So as you can see, cannabis is far less addictive than even harmless drugs like nicotine and caffeine. I also have here a graph showing all the states that have eased or toughened their laws on marijuana in the recent years. Texas has both eased and toughened their laws. They've legalized the medical use of marijuana, but they have outlawed the recreational use still, and they are currently in talks to start a policy program. Ohio is one that has eased our marijuana laws, and this is, I believe, due to the government decriminalizing marijuana. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it. Everyone have a good day.